have to check it all works because it did an update recently. Oh, it does all work. There we go. We're good. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I'm not apologising for my attire.
Oh, the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like putting vests on for stream. Oh, I haven't put my lights on. Hang on. Get the ambience ready. It's got to be ambient. Yeah, YouTube has still buggered the names up. I don't know why, but they have still buggered the names up. So currently you're still your @names, which is interesting because when I did VAD yesterday morning and when I did the football podcast last night, it was normal names. So for some reason, it's only buggered up on this channel and I don't understand why. But welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine Monday evening. If you haven't already, please make sure you smash all those magical YouTube buttons for us. Hit the like button if you enjoy the content. Smash subscribe if you haven't already. And hit that bell notification icon if you want to be notified every single time we go live and not dropping a video. Not naked enough. I almost was just sat here topless. I'll be honest. I almost made the stream title, I might stream naked. I was very, very tempted.
Now, that perk of the job is just for me.
Yeah, I was very tempted. I almost didn't stream, but this is the last stream of June 2025, and the month has in fact been disastrous for us. Is what it is. So I thought I can't not do a show. So we're going to do an hour-and-a-half show before Lucy and I have our dinner because it's too hot for us to eat right now. And we're going to hang out with you wonderful people. And I was also going to do some hobbying, but I'm not complaining about the heat because I love it. I've been in it all day. Literally been out in the sun all day, as Lucy will attest to. However, I don't want to hobby in this heat. My hands are clammy. I don't care about my hands being clammy, but I don't want to hobby when my hands are clammy. Do you know what I mean? Is it because you have the score counter on this channel? What do you mean the score counter, Mr. The Garsty? It's random channels seem to be impacted by it, and I don't know why.
Oh, so you're not the only one?
No, there's other channels that have had the same issue.
Ah.
Other channels have had the same issue as well. Other big channels, though, much bigger than us normally. But
Do they also live track things like gifteds and members?
yeah, but I haven't used any live tracking for. I do it all manually now, don't I?
And also your football one kind of live. No, it doesn't.
No, I don't live track anything now. So.
Okay.
But anyway, I'll have to guess who you are. Welcome back. I wanted to do some hobbying. I even bought camera home to do hobby content, top-down hobby content, and the chat score. Huh. Do you reckon if I try and turn that off? That's an interesting.
What, the crowns?
Yeah.
Oh.
I wonder if that is it. How do I live without you? How do I do this? There is a way. I found it before. We go to more settings. Is it Google account settings? Is it data and privacy? Talking myself for a minute. No, it's definitely in here somewhere. I found it before. Is it people and sharing? Business features. Is it security? It's in somewhere weird. I remember it being in somewhere weird. Is it data and privacy? Talk amongst yourselves for a moment, chat. Thank you. Who's this? Who is it? Who's done the 5 gifted memberships? James. I'm going to say James. Thank you, James, for 5 gifted memberships. It's hard. I don't want to mug you off. I found this before and I can't find it. I want to give you some fucking feedback, Google. Stop breaking shit. If someone Google it and tell me. Christopher Sanford, thank you for the 1 gifted membership. You're a legend. It seems the most obvious difference between the channels that's also new. Yeah, it's possible. It is possible. James, thank you for the 5 gifted. You're a legend. Thank you, Christopher Sanford, for the 1. If everyone can just drop a 20 bomb tonight, that'd be great. We might actually be able to have some food next month, please?
We'll be fine.
Possibly.
There's plenty of roadkill on our roads. We'll be fine.
There is, yeah. I can't find it. I found it before and now I've lost it. And I'm annoyed that I've lost it. Your profiles. Is this exciting stuff? Are you enjoying this?
We're gripped, babe. We're gripped.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
I need someone to Google it for me because I found it before. I sent it to Mr. Dakuni. Just check Tomographic is live streaming. Doesn't have yeah. So how do I turn it off? Is Luce knitting right by the mic today? Yes. And she's aggressively knitting as well. That's why you can hear the clack clacks.
No, it's because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 like entrelac pieces that all move around. So there's 4 needles, and it's my circular that's bumping into.
I think it might be annoying them.
Do you want me to put it on a double pin?
I don't know what that means.
Hang on.
You're saying things to me now, and I don't know what they mean, Luce.
Let me just finish this row, chat, and then I'll put the clangy one on a double pin.
It's there somewhere. You can honestly. You can absolutely. You can disable it. I found it previously, but I don't know how to do it now. Found the channel recently, loving the content, but keep working through the past streams. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Mr. Southampton. I don't know if this is your actual name on YouTube or not, but. Thank you so much, Jill, for 5 gifted memberships. You're a legend. Aggressive knitting is the best knitting. 100%. Oh, yeah. Oh, apparently my woos is 6,100 and... Oh, I'm tired today. I'm tired and irritable. So, I was lucky enough that Games Workshop did in fact send me through all of the new Space Wolf stuff, which absolutely will not be ready in time for any streams in the near future, because for a rare occasion, and it is a rare occasion, I said, no, Joe, you're not having it. Not having it. I'm going to keep it to myself. Right? Not a chance.
I have returned from my adventure.
How was your trip back, Clive? Was it okay? Thank you for the $2, man. What a legend. So yeah, I normally what happens is I go, I might keep some stuff, and then eventually I just cave and give it to Joe to paint anyway. And this is one of those very rare occasions where I said, no, I'm keeping it to myself, and I am keeping it to myself as well. And he was absolutely convinced that before now, I would have caved and given it to him so he could paint it. The thing is, for the most part, with the exception of head takers where we could just kind of use blade guard anyway, actually the things that we have are new kits for things that we already have. So in terms of playing with Space Wolves, I can play with the units just with the old models in the short term. But these kits are so incredibly beautiful. And I mean they are incredibly beautiful. They're so pretty. They're so detailed. They're so well put together. The detail on them is so perfect. Settings, privacy, live chat, leaderboard participants. Thank you. Settings, data and privacy. This isn't the one, I'm in the wrong place. So let's go back here. Let's go back here. Let's go to YouTube Studio again. Go here. Let's go to these settings. It's not those settings. There's like 3 different places for settings on YouTube is part of the problem. It's not those settings, is it? No, because there's no privacy on those settings. Right. Oh, fuck me. Why the fuck is it so fucking hard? For fuck's sake. So is it these settings? More settings. Other settings. Privacy and safety. No. Google account settings. Data and privacy. This is not the right privacy. If you can find out how the fuck I get to the right settings, that'd be great. Leno, thank you for the 1 gifted as well. Because the thing is, if you, a lot of you won't know this if you have a Google account, a YouTube account, but there's like 3 different places where there's settings, and I can't find it in any of the ones that I have access to, which is super helpful. Let's go to main YouTube, then press that drop down. You go to those settings. This looks right. This looks like where I found it before. Turn off leaderboard participants. Has that happened? Okay, and then we'll go back in here and then we'll refresh it. Hasn't fixed it. It might be because we're already live. I might have to stop and go live again. I found it. The thing is, so here's the issue, Yeston, right? When you're in YouTube Studio, there's a thing in the bottom left-hand corner where it says settings. It's not in there. So what you can do when you're in YouTube Studio is find settings for that. Then what you can do is you can log into your homepage for Google and go into your settings. It's not in there. And then what you have to do is you have to go to your homepage for YouTube and then go into your settings. It's in there. And the problem with Google is they have 3 different settings pages. Much fun is had this day. I have, however, turned it off now. So let's see if it fixes the issue. But at the moment, I think because the live stream's already live, it won't solve it today. I've just refreshed it and it hasn't made a difference. Yeah. Go to the downloads page and trawl through the 9,000 FAQ errata commentaries. Thank you, Lennart, for the 1 gifted as well. You wonderful human beings. Hi all, I've just got into 40k with 1,000 Suns. Amazing. Rage against the knitting. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so normally I would give these things, I'd give these models to Joe, and behind me I have, in fact, right here, chat, I have a box of half painted, half built, sub-assembled models, including, for example, new Logan half assembled, ready for painting because sub-assemblies, and R-Jack with no head or shield because sub-assemblies for painting purposes. And I think he was expecting or anticipating me to have already caved and given it to him, and I haven't, because these are so pretty. There's such a vibe that, and I'm not, although I'm a bit like for hobbying at the moment. I'm more of a winter hobbyer, right?
Me too.
So, which is a problem when this is my channel. But when it comes to, I work in seasons almost. And I don't work in seasons like quite literally every season, but I work in good weather, bad weather seasons. Bad weather seasons, I will happily sit here for hours on end with clippers, snips, paintbrushes, etc. Well, no issue at all, quite happily. However, when it's this kind of weather, even for streaming, right? Even for streaming, I want to be out there. I want to be in the sunshine. I don't want to be sat here right now. If I could legitimately roll this camera into the back garden and be sat in the sunshine, I probably would. If that was a thing we could do, I probably would. We'd be summer streaming in the garden. That'd be fucking great. When are we gonna make that work?
Probably.
There might be a way. Imagine summer streams in the garden. That'd be fucking incredible. Liam looks hotter than hot. No, so this is just where I've sweated my nuts off today with a motorcycle helmet on for quite a lot of it. So it's just rubbed. And that's what's like that, just rubbed. So, I have been out on bikes for most of the day today because why not? And then, because tomorrow it's going to be another. So the thing is, what also happens in this country, this also happens to me quite often actually, is it's like Monday where you've got some time where you could be outside, or a weekend, yeah, we're going to rain. Tuesday where you're in the studio for the whole fucking day, bright sunshine, mate. Does it to me all the time. So tomorrow is also going to be a 30-degree day down here on the south coast and beautiful blue skies and sunshine, and I am going to have to be in the studio all day, which is great because aircon, if Joe would actually just fucking leave it on rather than keep playing with it, but it's bad because I want to be outside. Joe will tell you I will finish a lunchtime stream and then I will go downstairs and sit out in the car park like a lizard for half an hour in the sunshine. Since I'm new here, can I ask what your favourite faction is? Seeing you play a few different ones, I was wondering who your number 1 is. My number 1 is a toss-up between Space Wolves and Eldar. So up until very recently, my number 1 faction was in fact always Eldar. It was my favourite by a country mile. Since, however, the range refresh, Space Wolves have gone like that for me at the moment. So, how often do you wash your helmet liner? Who washes a helmet liner? Ugh. Pissing rain all day here. Wasn't too bad over the weekend. Is that in Ireland land? Is that where you are? All you need is a hot tub and a Twitch account. You'll be flying. Absolutely. Can we get a hot tub for hot tub streams?
No, I don't want a hot
What
tub.
about a paddling pool?
No.
What about just a bucket I can put my feet in?
Yeah, you can have that.
Is that alright, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Fine. As long as that's good. Since he's new here, chat, since Mr. Southampton, I don't know if that is your name, since he's new here, maybe we could get him a gifted. That'd be great. So I think, personally, that these new Space Wolf models are some of the best things ever. Is this essential to fix on stream? What do you mean? What do you mean, Jill? Oh, Jill, also, I think did I say thank you for your 5 gifted already? I think I did.
You did.
Clive's also gifted 1. You're a legend. I know what you did last roll. Thank you for the 1 gifted as well. You're a legend. Up to 14 of the finest team. It's payday today as well. Everyone told me that on Friday. Oh, we're not gifting because it's not payday yet. But I am of the opinion that the Space Wolves range refresh is probably some of the prettiest models they've ever made. So stick it on postcards if you have a challenge for that. Tell me what you think is the hottest range they've got on the GW website. Your favourite, because I think Eldar are a very close second for me. Sometimes some of the models will like Jane Zara is one of my favourite models of all time, for example. So sitting in a hot tub but fully clothed and model painting. That's a vibe, isn't it, Ghasty? Ice bath? God, no.
Apparently, a cold shower is the worst thing you can do in hot weather. Apparently.
There was an expert on the news yesterday morning who was saying, or Saturday morning, he was saying before you go to bed when you have your shower, if you gently take the temperature down, don't go cold on it, but go to cool, it will pull the heat out of your body before you go to bed.
So a cool, lukewarm shower bath is better, but when people blast it to ice cold, that's the worst thing you can do.
Yeah. I think Logan Gridnard's probably the best model I think GW have done. I agree, Kai. I do. Wants to show a little appreciation, but side looks at June Awakening. It calls me. No, it doesn't. No. No. My rent's more important than that. I'm joking. Sitting in a... Oh, I've read that one already. I've read Ghasty's. Cold shower's brilliant at cooling you down. Turn the temp up a little to finish. Hey, what? No. Oh, God, no. Turn down. AI says the thing is a change YouTube are rolling out across all chats for conformity across the platform.
Oh, so it's not a fault.
So it's staying.
Is that... What was the reason they're doing that?
This is one of the downsides of being one of the supposedly more popular channels in the Warhammer world. Is it happens to us early. Smaller channels get it much later. With this weather, econ showers where it's just lukewarm is so good. Is it cheating if I say the whole Horus range? Yes, cheating. Absolutely, you can't mean every model. And none of you put on fucking postcards! These kids are going to starve next month, Luce.
They're not.
They are. They'll be fucking hungry next month, honestly. The weekend at Warhammer World, the air conditioner was broken, so the Horus Heresy tournament was not fun. No, that doesn't sound fun at all. So it looks like you've all got to adjust your @names, team. YouTube's doing a GW. We have 2 options. I'll have to reach out to my partner manager. Like, can you get them to reverse this bullshit? Because it's shit. I don't know why. Why have a display name option then remove it? It doesn't make sense, does it? It's fucking worse. Dad, I'm hungry. Eat your brother. Exactly. Yes, and thank you for the 1 gifted.
Eat your brother.
We are on 15 of the finest members and a massive 89p in super chats, Lee.
Amazing.
Live long, the fighters, dagger salutes. Have a good night. Yeah, thanks, dude. Wargamers and no aircon. Musty. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that looks Grace. What looks Grace? To be fair, everyone can just change their @ name back to what they did. Like yeah, but do you not think it looks even with the @ Garsty, it just looks shit? Don't you think? Right? I think it just looks a bit shocking. I just think it looks a bit rubbish. Well, they've made it. They've actively made like someone somewhere. This is Google as well, right? So someone somewhere on YouTube has gone, "This is a good idea," and no one went, "No, it looks worse." Oh yeah, all the ats are awful. All the ats are fucking awful, Ryan. Honestly. Oh my god, who's Commander Shepard? Is that Alex? Have a good one. Bedtime beckons. How are you going to bed at this time in this heat? Thank you so much. I think Alex, is that Alex? For the 20 gifted memberships. You fucking dancer. No, it doesn't look as good. No, it doesn't look as good. This was a mistake putting the filming light on.
Do you want to turn it off?
I might try and turn it off and see how it looks.
Go on then, what bike you got? My gutsy is poorly.
Is it? What's wrong with it? I have a Harley Davidson Fat Boy, and I have a Harley Davidson customized, and I have a Harley Davidson Street Glide that's being sold in the next few weeks. It's going. And I'm likely to get rid of the Fat Boy as well and just pick up an MT10. Luce's League of Gifted chats just got harder to manage. Yeah, unless you all change it. Unless you all change it to your. Unless you all change your @ names. Garsty can tell you how because he's done it. Unless you all change your @ names to the same as what was your display name, Luce is going to have a real hard time with the league. And you know how good a job she did last year.
Yesterday's RTT down Chichester, it was actually cooler inside than outside. Tom got 4th, and I snatched 5th respectively. This is most definitely cold cider weather.
Oh, I would murder for a cold cider right now, honestly. Thank you so much, Mr. JP Greer, for the $10. You're a legend. What an absolute hero. Thank you, Mr. Sorry, you did say your name as well. Did you say it was Steve? Steve? Is that what you said? Where was it that you told me? Steve. It is Steve. Thank you, Steve, for the $2 as well, man. What a legend. This is like hard now. Trying to learn people's names and associate them with profile pictures whilst there's an @ name in front of you at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you chuck the instructions in Discord? That'd be great if you could. Just getting back after taking a break of all of 10th. We'll be in the UK end of the month for cheap GW models. Where are you normally? Sniped me double quick. Commander Shepard, he did, didn't he? Yeah, if you guys can change your @ names, that'd be great.
Hottest army equals the new models for CK and GK. Oh wait, I dreamed them, just spruce. Players at GW serious answer though is NIDs as they are so different from rest of 40k's dudes in armor.
NIDs are cool, but do you think that NIDs... So they've done some cool stuff with things like Zoanthropes and the Neurothrope and what have you. But do you not think that in 2025, the Tyranid design ethos of 2 legs, 4 arms is a bit dull for an alien? They could do cooler shit than that. So I like the Zoanthropes because they're floaty brains. That's cool. The Neuro looks, it doesn't quite... Like, I feel like they could just do a better job now of an alien that isn't just... You know it's an alien because it's got an extra pair of arms. Like, that's like 25, 30, 40-year-old aliens. That's what we did back then. It's V85TT and has a potentiometer fault. Wish me luck. Ooh, treat yourself.
What's that?
It's a problem.
Is that like new bike problem?
No, but potentiometers, if I remember rightly, they're a measurement device. Potentiometer. control electrical devices such as volume controls on audio equipment. It's also used in speed control of fans. Ah, that wasn't what I thought it was. As voltage divider or variable resistor in a circuit. Some applications include dimmer switches for lights, brightness controls, televisions, faders, and audio equipment. What the fuck is your potentiometer controlling then? There should be a gelatinous cube faction 40k, yeah. Go on your channel profile, select channel options, and change your @handle there. You can also add your own pronouns to if you want. Imagine if you were Mr. Big, all those names that he knows personally. Well, I try, and this is why when Alex gifted 20, and it currently says @Commander Shepherd, I like to use people's like names, like as if because I'm trying to be personal, because then people are like, oh, he fucking cares, because we do. Because we legitimately actually do care. And so engagement with the people that turn up frequently to support us is very important to me. And so YouTube changing this, where I'm like, is this a person who... So I have to then use sometimes the profile pictures, which is good for most people. But if you look at Gareth, who's just donated 10, thank you Gareth, you're a legend. He, or £10, sorry, not members. He's just got a G. So thankfully his name is quite similar to his actual normal handle, right? The only difference between my @name and this one is the numbers behind it, yeah. Yeah, if you didn't claim your @name early and someone else already claimed it, you end up having numbers behind it. Which is not ideal. I think it just looks worse though, right? I just don't think it looks great.
New SW look amazing, but for me EC win the aesthetics game.
They have one on the throttle grip, one on the throttle body. Right, okay, that would make a lot more sense. I like the new Space Wolves from the new Emperor's Children Rumble Clock. I think they're pretty. I do. Flawless Blades are incredible. Lucius is great. The Tormentors and the Infractors, I'm kind of meh about. They're okay. They're all right. The Noise Marines are decent enough. The Lord Cacophonous is better in person, but still not the best in the world. They're all right. They're good. I like them. I just don't think they beat Space Wolves as a whole model range now. Handle thing just looks worse. Yeah, it does. Yeah, 100%. Narek did it. Yeah, good man. Makes it like Twitch. Yeah. Well, I think this is.
I did wonder. Are they trying?
I think this is all part of YouTube slowly but surely pivoting into everyone. Let's look like Twitch.
Yeah.
Which sucks. It does suck, but you know. I've always been a person who likes YouTube because the UI is nicer. Italian electrics on bike of a certain vintage are a challenge, yeah. This name shit is terrible, says nobody. Well, somebody, but nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it.
His friend's called Somebody.
Is they?
Yeah. They turned up to our first ever Dempsey Con as Nobody and Somebody.
Oh. What a bunch of legends. Thank you, everyone. Look for the $5. I do like the Emperor's Children range. I just think that the Space Wolf range is nicer. And it pains me to say that I think it's the best, because the Eldar range now is in a stunning place. But I just think the Space Wolf stuff is nicer. Very 40k.
Hottest army, honestly, though a long-time Guard and Orc player, currently hyped on building and painting Primaris Marines, being tempted by Nids too.
Nids are nice because they say, like I said, I have an issue with the two legs, 4 arms thing, but they're just a different army to everything else. They don't have armor, they don't have satchels, they don't have pouches, they don't have vehicles, wheels, etc. They're just, you know. Nobody says he doesn't have friends. Wait, what? I don't have friends, Luce.
Oh. Oh, I am sorry. We should get Nobody some friends. Somebody who's called Somebody was at your Dempsey Con.
Oh. It wasn't nobody though.
No, nobody was nobody.
Nobody was nobody.
Yeah.
Who?
Nobody.
Someone must have been nobody.
It is far too hot to get into this with you.
Yeah. Their satchels are underneath them, close to the back, between their legs. Yeah, exactly. But it is just a different painting experience, though, right? So it is just like something completely different to the norm. So I get why people want to get into this. I have painted some in the past. I actually don't love them because I can't. It doesn't make sense to me. I need a uniform of some sort. Look at everyone actually changing their names. You're amazing. Thank you. I've always been a big fan of the Tau battle suits and big robots too. So in the actual battle suit range for Tau, I love everything but the crisis suits. I love Ghost Kills. I think Riptides are pretty cool. I love the Storm Surge. The Cold Star Commander is incredible. I actually don't hate the stealth suits, but the crisis suits just look a bit meh now. I feel like they actually need a new kit themselves as well, to be fair. Like, I just feel like they don't stand up now compared to... Like, if you take the Cold Star Commander, who's essentially a crisis suit, he's not, but essentially a crisis suit, and then you take the crisis suits that you can get him to lead, they're just not in the same league, are they? You know? Some prick called Yeston Jones has stolen the app with a space between names. Is that legit? Just sculpt some suits like it instead. Yeah, bow ties, the lot. Prices could definitely use a refresh. Yeah, I agree. I think so. I can't actually do Space Dwarves, but I don't want to spend money, and the range is a bit limited at the minute. It is. Space Dwarves is standing me up.
Bit left field, but I actually think Necrons have the most beautiful model range. They have absolutely nailed it with the whole range.
I really like the Necron model range, but the most beautiful is one I'm going to struggle to get behind.
Who is playing who this weekend? Which armies are being used? Bombardment.
Thank you, Mr. The Big Bad Peter Gaming. You're a legend. Thank you for the $5. I've actually said that this week I'll play both games. So currently the plan is I'm playing Joe tomorrow and I'm playing Paddy on Thursday. However, I couldn't tell you what armies are being used, Pete, because I don't know. Elictor. I'd like to paint Elictor one day because they are stunningly pretty models.
New SWR Mintogs CSM are starting to fall behind.
Some of it is, yeah, a little bit. The CSM range is in a weird place though, right? Because they've got like new Possessed and new Chosen and new Legionnaires. And then there's like things like the Defiler that still exists. I don't know, it's really odd. Locust Destroyers are lacking behind horribly, but otherwise Necron's the top. The Locust Destroyers are lacking behind quite horribly. That's true. And I think that's probably it. I think everything else could stand up. Oh, and the other named Catan shards. So the Deceiver and the Nightbringer need a refresh. It's fun how different people have such different views. It keeps the game quite fresh, especially seeing other people's ability to bring their specific army to life. 100%. I love it. And I love the fact that some people go, no, Necrons are the prettiest, no, Tyranids are the prettiest, no, Space Wolves are the prettiest, no, Eldar are the prettiest. Like, I'm a big fan of that. Because that means that the whole range has done a good job of appealing to different people and different tastes, and I think that's good. We don't all want the same shit all the time. Unless you play Heresy. And even then, there's a reason why there's Solar Auxilia, why there's AdMech, or Cult Mech, I think it's called in... What's it called in Mechanicum, or whatever it's called in Heresy? I don't know. It is also looking likely that we'll be able to do some early new Heresy content on the channel. It depends whether the stars align, not knowing when the release date is yet, and if we can get the stars to align, then we'd love to see the Defiler get a refresh so it no longer looks like it was ripped from the original Doom game. 100%. It's while they made the Void Dragon, didn't update the rest. Yes. Yeah, the Void Dragon's fucking gorgeous, by the way. The Void Dragon's so good. We are, chat, but 6 minutes away from halfway through the stream, and we are 15 members away from halfway through the membership goal. I don't play Drakari, but I'd love to see Grotesques redone in plastic and an update for the Witches and Cabalites. I feel like Drakari, my personal opinion is they need quite the range refresh overall. Joe's like, no, just do a couple of things. I'd like to see a bit more than just a couple of things. Like, I'd love to see an actual Court of the Archon box set. I'd like to see an Archon that's not just a dude in the silly pose. I'd like to see a lot of things for Drakari personally. New Heresy, so yeah, I'm really keen on it. If they just continue on the Vashtor style and release a full Dark Mechanics army, it would be the best range, easy. However, it probably won't release until we are all retired. Yeah, facts. Yeah, I'm really interested in New Heresy. Whether I'm going to play it or not consistently as content, I don't know. But I'm very interested in it. I've been enjoying converting the Imperial Knights into Chaos Ones, Tyrant and Armiger at the moment. It takes a special hobbyist to do that level of conversion. I'm far too fucking lazy. I'm the dickhead who, when you buy a Chaos Land Raider and it's an Imperial Land Raider with a sprue of spikes, I get really irritable. I'm like, no, I want a Chaos Land Raider. This isn't a Chaos Land Raider. It's a Loyalist Land Raider with a sprue of spikes. Make something unique. And so my personal preference, and I'm sorry about this, Steve, and hopefully it doesn't happen if you've bought loads, but my personal preference for the new Chaos Knight Codex, I really wanted them to remove everything that Imperial Knights could take and literally separate them and have them as two different factions. Because they still get a bunch of war dogs that Imperial Knights don't have. They still get the Stalker and the Brigand and the Carnivore, etc. They don't need the fucking Warglaive and the Helverin as well. I do hope they keep Militia as a Horus Heresy army, as you can do so much with it. It's true hobby land to be in. They're terrible, but allow you to model whatever the hell you like. That's cool. I'm into that. I'm into it for people that want to do it. It's just not me. Why is it 4 billion degrees? 40 billion degrees? It's not that bad. It's worse under a filming light. I'm the same limit, so I didn't have a Tyrant for the longest time until I got one that someone had heavily converted. Yeah, exactly. The fact that the CSM Land Raider still has the Imperial Eagle on their treads. Don't, Ghastly, don't. You're going to trigger me. You'll trigger me. I'm possibly in the minority. No interest in playing Horus Heresy. Models are mighty, especially the vehicles. I don't think it's going to be for everyone. I think it's a lot more roleplay than like 40k is. From what we've seen so far. It's horrific. It's definitely 4 billion degrees. It's not that bad, team. Come on. Although, get this, babe. Can you listen, or are you busy?
Yeah, I'm okay.
I went into a Starbucks earlier. I didn't want to have a Starbucks, but one of the lads I was with wanted a Starbucks. Cool, whatever. So we went into, and I bought a bottle of water. But as I opened the door and walked into the Starbucks, I got hit by this wall of heat.
In there?
Yeah, remember this is like 11 o'clock in the morning. I walked in and I was like, fucking hell. And she went, yeah, sorry, our aircon's broken. I was like, right. So they obviously have got the coffee machine, they've got the fucking fridges running, and they've got they do like paninis and shit that they cook in these little like, ovens. And the poor women were dripping behind the counter.
Yeah.
I was like, it's fucking stifling in here.
Yeah, that's not.
And she went, yeah, sorry. So one of the lads, Chris, opened the door right up and it's like, why haven't you got the door open? Because there's a breeze coming, because we were it's on the seafront.
Yeah.
There's a breeze coming from the seafront.
Fire door.
We're not allowed. Manager said we're not allowed because it's a fire door.
Yeah. Yeah. The doors, if they have like the fuzzy strip in the middle of the wood, they're a fire door. They're not allowed to be propped open, despite being an entrance and an exit. Generally,
but I was like, but you can't. How can you work in this? She's like, it's horrible. We have to keep taking breaks outdoors.
Yeah.
To cool off. I was like, it's fucking horrible. It was vile. And I did a little bit of looking very quickly. And it looks like in this country there is a lower temperature threshold.
Yeah.
Where when it gets below a certain temperature, you can be like, we're not working because it's too cold. Yeah. But there's no upper temperature threshold.
Nope. So it should be up to like the discretion. So I have a thermometer in our conservatory, and because the boys don't cope well in heat, and I have my own ceiling of not coping well because I'll start to become symptomatic, my cutoff is the high 20s. If in that conservatory it's high 20s, we're not doing it. Can we learn outside under a shady tree? Yes, okay, let's do that.
I don't know what my cutoff would be. When I was outside, stood in the sunshine, I was quite happy and comfortable, even with jeans on. And I was like, this is lovely. When I went into that Starbucks, I was like, oh no.
The trouble is with me, going outside under a shady tree, am I going to get bitten to death and then my histamine kicks off? Possibly. So we're just going to stay indoors today.
Yeah. The managers of Pratt fire exits are allowed to be opened. All she said was every time they prop the door open when it's too hot because the aircon's broken, he's told them off.
Yeah, I bet you it's because fire doors. When I worked for Costa, we were within a main building, so we didn't have our own premises. We didn't have the fire door scenario. We had aircon as well. But just from care home training, any door that acts as a fire door is not allowed to be propped open.
I've had them propped open plenty of times.
Yeah.
When it's Redders, I was like, I'm the bloke in charge. I'll deal with fucking the health and safety knobhead. Prop the fire door open. You're fine. Which
is an interesting thing now I think of it, because lovely Hampshire has these wonderful old Georgian buildings that have been converted into care homes because they've got lovely features like fireplaces and alcoves and structures that generation recognise. So they're designed to keep the heat in. No, we're not propping doors open. No.
Honestly, mental. I'm getting a lovely waft of heat from the computer as well at the moment as it's working away down there. My fans are working quite hard right now to keep the CPU cool, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
I know it's illegal to work in the heat. It's not, though.
No, it's up to your discretion.
It's not. HSE guidelines don't give an upper heat limit.
Which is mad, because if you have a manager that needs to be in the office and they have aircon, and you've got your workforce saying it's too hot, we can't, someone's nearly fainted, someone's nearly thrown up, it's so hot, and anything we're doing isn't working because we're near machinery or gadgets that emit heat. How can you really get managers' discretion if they're in another room? Not because they're being a knob.
The problem is as well is you need managers with a degree of common sense about them, and that's fucking that's rare and not that common, unfortunately. And you need managers who care about their staff.
Yeah.
I remember when we had a lad change a fuel tank in Afghan, and it was in summer. Ian Clark, thank you for 5 gifted. You're a legend. We membership train started. Surely, chat. Surely this is the moment. It's payday for so many people. Choo choo, motherfuckers. Let's change it actually. There you go. Choo choo. All right. Yeah. So we had a lad. When I was in Afghan on my last tour, we had a lad who was working for me, so I was a supervisor. And we had to change a fuel tank. Now, fuel tank is like inside the middle section of the aircraft. The aircraft obviously being predominantly a metal frame with metal panels, okay? We're in Afghanistan, it's the summer. It's hot. It's like...
What's the average temperature?
45 or something?
Oh,
or higher.
No.
It's like, this is not hot. It's hot.
Yeah.
It's fucking hot. And when you change a fuel tank that's fitted in an Apache, a main fuel tank, I think it was the aft fuel tank, I can't remember exactly which one it was. It's a fucking pig to change. It's a pig. So you have to drain the fuel out, and then you have to open it all up and vent it all. And then there's a little panel hole that you go into through the top. And I was never fitting in there. So we had my young lad, Michael, and then he went, Rum O'Clock, thank you for the 1 gifted. You've made it an odd number, fucker! But thank you anyway. And then he goes to change the fuel tank. Because you go in, you have to get into the tank. Yeah, you had to vent it for over 24 hours. I think it might even be 40 hours. Narek, thank you for the 1 gifted. The train has started. You had to go into the tank. You had to remove some parts of the tank. It's like float devices and stuff that are used to measure the fuel level. Mm-hmm. So the pilot has an indication of fuel level. Take loads of bits off, And then once and there's the bits you can undo in there, and then once you undo bits from the outside, then you have to fucking get this tank out through this hole, and it's fucking horrible as a job. Honestly, it's horrible. And then you have to put the new one in. And when we got the new one in, we put it in place, we got it in, and he had to go back into it, obviously, to refit all the stuff that had been taken out before. And I had him coming out of that tank every 10 to 15 minutes for a water break.
He just wanted to get the job done.
He got so fucking pissed off with me because I was like, right, out. He's like, why? I was like, because it's fucking 45 degrees outside that tank. And I used to keep dropping a thermometer in and be like, it's 62 inside, get out.
Yeah.
Take some water, take 10 minutes. It took us 3 times longer than it probably should have taken to fit that fuel tank. And then, but there was a point where he was sat in there fitting one of the level devices inside the tank. Yeah. And then I was like, right, jump up. And I'd let him sit in there in literally his pants. Right? Honestly, he was sat in there in his pants. And he got up, and all I could hear is splish, 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 splish. And that's because he was paddling in his own sweat in the bottom of the fuel tank because he dropped so much fluid.
He would have had a gnarly headache.
Well, that's why I kept putting him out for fluid breaks consistently. Out, fuel break. I think it was when I was in Arizona Escapade that it got to 49.
No, too hot.
Yeah, it got to like 49. It's hot, and then add in a sandstorm. It's like a convection oven. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, I think the highest I've seen, I can't remember if it was Afghan or Arizona, was 50. So that is, 20 degrees higher than we've had today, babe.
No.
She's like, not a fucking chance,
no,
ever.
I'm not even entertaining it, no.
The thing is, it wasn't that bad, because once you've been out there for a while, you acclimatise, you get used to it. And we came home, when we came back from America, we were in Arizona throughout the summer months, basically. When we came back from the US and landed in the UK, we landed in Birmingham Airport, and everyone's fucking cutting around in flip-flops and shorts and t-shirts because it's sunny outside, and we all had hoodies on.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, this is cold. Look, everyone looks at us like we were mental.
I wonder if they looked at you and like, oh, must be some foreign sports team, not used to the climate.
Well, all the big army bags probably gave it away.
True.
Thank you, Narek, Ron McClough and Ian Clark, for trying to get the gifted train out of the station. I appreciate you all. I spend long periods of time in roof spaces. This weather has helped me. That doesn't sound nice. The south of the UK is already far too hot to live in. It's fine! Family ties, so therefore let us move anywhere remotely cold. Luce yesterday decided she wanted to go and live in the Shetland Isles.
Yep, Lerwick is calling me. It was a nice, sensible 15 degrees. 15. That's nice and sensible.
I don't want to live in Lerwick. I want to live down here. It's nice. Worked to CPR in an attic once. The ambient temperature registered at 137 Fahrenheit, which is 58 Celsius. We'd all look like we jumped into a pool after that. Fucking hell, Ryan. Get rid of all Space Marine vehicles from CSM. Replace it all with Demon engines. Demon engine Land Raider, an elephant like a beast that shoots out. Yeah, I'm here for like my mentalness for chaos. Ghasty, thank you for 5 gifted. He's trying to get that train moving again, team. Thank you so much, Ghasty. You're a fucking legend. I'd love to live in Orkney or Shetland. Unfortunately, I have no marketable skills. Everyone's got marketable skills. That's a one-off. Ah, why? It's a one-off each day? Oof. It is not the nicest under that light. 24C is about perfect to me, but I'm a Floridian. I said that right? I think I said that right. So anything that isn't boiling is nice. Okie, thank you for the one gifted. 24 is probably bang on for me, to be fair. As long as the humidity is not too high. I've loved today, though. I've loved the weather today. Legitimately have loved it. I think for a lot of people, it depends what you have to do. Right? So if you have to do CPR in an attic, this weather sucks balls.
CPR is in life-saving.
Yeah, it was Ryan, the paramedic.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I thought that was some kind of like acronym for air conditioning.
He was doing literally CPR.
Wow.
In an attic that was registering 58 Celsius.
Because CPR on its own is incredibly hard work.
It's very hard work, yeah.
Add in the attic.
But this is what I'm saying, right? If you're in 58 degrees doing CPR, it's fucking a bit shit. If you're inside a Starbucks with no air conditioning working, it's a bit shit. If you're sat in a little bit of shade with a breeze going on the seafront, it's fucking beautiful. Do you not think?
Cushion or magnets for carry case?
Magnets. Specifically, Martin, thank you for the 10. And I'm not sponsored. This isn't sponsorship at all. There's no link that I can give you. But Google Warmag. WARMAG. Google Warmag.
It's a bit too baggy. But
it looks mitteny, though.
It does look mitteny.
So yeah, so like depend. I think too hot, too cold often depends on what you're doing. JP Grid, thank you for the one gifted. We're nearly at 50, team. One to go to get to 50. Go on, lads and ladettes. Yeah, I honestly, Martin, I would 100%. Thank you for donating to the ice cream fund as well. I would 100% go. I started a 10 yellow one target for an ice cream fund.
Nice.
Yeah. I've used both. I've used cushion like Games Workshop like carry cases and stuff like that. I've used custom foam from companies like Battle Foam, etc. And I've used magnets from people like Warmag, and Battle Foam do actually an incredible case, which is a racked metal tray. I need to find the details for you, but it's called the Magnarack series, right? It's fucking awesome. And the thing is, when you put your models in and out of cut foam, right, what happens is the foam rubs the model every time you put it in and out and in and out and in and out, and eventually it just rubs the paint off, or it breaks all the little bits of the tips off if you've got little spikes here and there. Okay, Ed, hello again, Mr. Liam. Hello, Ed. How's you? And so if you keep using foam, you'll find that little bits will break, or you'll find that it'll rub paint off. But if you magnetize to some sort of, and you can get like sheets of magnets that go into the bottom of really useful boxes, and then you can magnetize your stuff into the box, and then hang on, and then you end up with your models all in a magnet tray like this, look, and they don't go anywhere. It's all Warmag. See? So yes, thank you for the one gifted. Ian, thank you for the one gifted. We're on 51 now. I'm sorry, I didn't update. I'm sure you probably did it to get us to 50. We just now need the casual 50, all right? Just 150 bomb, and then another 50 quids of super chats at least, and it's all right. I found really useful boxes to be the best. Really useful boxes are incredible. No, don't do Warmag. It steals all your money. It steals all your money? Is that because they've stolen your money, or is that because
they're so good? You
spent so much money on them? I bought a Magnarack. It's very nice, but extremely expensive for what you get. Agree. I make my own now with some ferrous sheets and a really useful box. Costs about 20 quid all in, much cheaper. Agree. Magnarack is expensive for what it is because it's Battle Foam. And I really like it because you get the bag with all the pockets and everything kind of fits in. And I just have one bag that I go to a tournament with, and I like that. But it is for most people overpriced for what it is. Really useful box in a Morrison's bag. Fuck it out. Oh my god! Daddy John turned up. He's had a flood in his game room.
Oh god, he's having the worst luck.
War mag equals mint also late fee.
Thank you, Dave WK. Although the late fee is if you exclamation mark late, not that. But thank you, I'll take it. Mr. McCardle, we were talking about heresy earlier, mate. Thank you for 50. 50 gifted memberships. What a fucking hero. I just need another casual 4 lots of 50 chat, and we might start to rescue the month. I'll be honest with you, I did originally intend to Vag today and play Space Marine 2 with Joe, and I even had him agree to do it and play the new Horde mode together. Because I haven't played it yet. I've downloaded and reinstalled it, but I haven't played it yet. And then I saw the temperature, and I messaged him yesterday. I was like, I'm going to be honest, mate, you've got no chance of my sitting in my office under a filming light with headphones on and my PC on all day in 30-degree heat. And this goes back to my point, right? Temperature is relative based on what your activity is.
Yeah.
Is something going on with Heresy? It's been dead lately. I'm excited about Heresy. I'm hoping that my excitement isn't misplaced. I'm hoping that it's a good, fun, interactive, role-play kind of late fee. Yeah, just exclamation mark late. Ready? There you go. I need 100, gets 100. Okay, maybe 300. The grift is real, Ghasty. It's just not been a good month, right? But I'm going to put it down to summer, nice weather. People aren't watching as much. It's fine. It'll be okay. Worst case, just sack Joe. No one tell him I said that. We don't want to sack Joe. Oh, but thank you so much, Daddy John. I hope you're okay, mate. I hope you're good. Yeah, his game room flooded. But I think it's because he's basically... His house is built on water.
Oh.
Is that right, John? Have I got it right?
How would you transport an army on a MC, no car?
So I would then... Okay, let me show you. Then I would go to Magnarak, right? And it is pricey. I'm going to warn you now. And there's probably other ways you can do this that's cheaper. But if I show you what I'm talking about with Magnarak, you'll see why I think it's good. Let's go to Magnaraks. Okay, so I'm going to show you this now. Again, this, much like Warmag, I am not sponsored. This is not endorsed in any way. This is just my own personal experience. So you know, I have 2 sump pumps. Now I will have 3. It's gifted late fee. 5 gifted memberships is a late fee. Honestly, Dave, you did $20. You're fine, right? So if I screen share now, I'm on the wind up, Dave. All right, you're a good egg. This is Magnarak, right? And I think this is the one I bought, the Go Pack. So Magnarak is war battle foam system, and it's trays. And if you look at this image here, the tray slides in and out the frame. The frame gets built with these poles and these end pieces, so you can build a stack like that, right? And what you can do is you can go for something like this. Is exactly what I bought, actually. So what happens is it opens up flat down, and the tray fits perfectly in this square. You've got a front pouch here where you can put books. You've got tape measure space, dice space, etc. And then it's got shoulder straps. So you literally wear it like a backpack. So you can fit, and I've done it, you can fit 2,000 points on a Magnarak. Has it got a better image of the thing in the bag? I don't know if it has. So there's your front of it, there's your side profile, there's your backlit, you've got straps. There's a waist strap as well.
Hear me out. We send Joe to India and get him citizenship, then we apply for a work visa for him to come back here. Then you don't need to pay his national insurance to HMRC for 3 years.
Bad at it. There you go, that big night inside. Big night inside. And this is how I would do it on a bike. But yeah, one of the reasons why I like it, legit Ivy, one of the reasons why I like it is because you just throw it on like a backpack. You've got a waist strap and some shoulder straps. It's quite comfortable. And you can see it's padded at the back there. And then I have my whole stuff in one bag. I take a single backpack to tournaments. That's all I take. There is a caveat to that. I do often change my list to be slightly less competitive to what it was before, so it fits in a backpack. What's with the weird @ symbols? It's a new YouTube thing. It's a new YouTube thing. YouTube are changing the channels, all of them slowly, into these @ symbols, and it's your username rather than your username rather than your original display name. So you might be able to go in there and take your 4 numbers on 3166 John McConnell.
It sounds like some kind of like assimilation.
I can't believe for one moment there's 3,165 other John McCardles already.
Probably.
Nah.
Probably.
If they are, if they
How
exist.
many people?
If they exist, we need to get them to all follow the channel.
So
Imagine having.
We could have a John Day.
Imagine having 3,000 John McCardles watching at once. Fucking incredible. It doesn't meet one crucial criteria. It wasn't made by a mysterious magnet wizard. No. YouTube is regressing into Twitch. I think YouTube's still better than Twitch. The @ annoys me, but I think it's still better than Twitch for the most part. Yes, and by the way, thank you for the $10. You have also, alongside Dave now as well, contributed to the ice cream fee.
Oh, lordy.
Although, are we allowed ice cream?
No. No. Nope. You can have ice cream.
That's not true, though, is it?
Why is it not true?
Because that's not going to be something that you'll ever let go for 100 years.
If you need ice cream, you can have ice cream.
I just remember them in universe. Oh. YouTube still feels looks and still feels much better than Twitch and better for watching normal videos too. Yeah, well, I'm going out 4K 60, right? If I was on Twitch, there's no 4K option. I couldn't be streaming in 4K. Still, to this day.
Let the man have ice cream.
No, we're on a diet. And we're doing it together. And today, quite frankly, was fucking torturous. But I was very proud. I stayed strong. And I was quite proud of myself by the end of that. I went to meet a friend for coffee at Starbucks. They had coffee. I had a bottle of water. Although, fuck me.
I knew it.
One bottle of water from Starbucks, £2.25. I shan't be buying any of that anymore.
Shan't you?
I shan't. Fucking £2.25 for water. It was out of a fridge and cold, which was a benefit, but £2.25 for water. Oh my fucking god. So I sat there and drank my £2.25 worth of water, and they all had coffees and shit. And then we went to meet another friend, and he was at McDonald's. Because he likes meeting at McDonald's, I don't know why. When we got to McDonald's, he was sat there scoffing a fucking burger and fries, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. And then one of the other lads who'd just been fucking drinking coffee at Starbucks, they'd ordered another fucking meal that was, honestly, this meal that he ordered was the size of...
Let the man have ice.
That meal that he ordered was enough to feed a fucking rugby team. And he sat there and he was like, go on, help me with this. I was like, no, I can't, I don't want to. I'm being strong. I'm not eating anything because Lewis will be at home waiting to eat diet lunch food.
Which was?
Which actually was fucking gorgeous, by the way.
Thank you.
£2.25 scumbags. I know, it's mad, isn't it? Mad. Cheaper for water in Harry Potter world. I expect it to be the other way around. But yeah, thank you, Dave, by the way, for the 10. You're a legend. We're actually only one more £5 super chat away from hitting the super chat target. And then we could just focus on quadrupling the members goal and we're good. We'll go home and be happy. We are actually not... Do you know what we haven't hit, Luce?
What's that?
Fucking likes.
Oh, no.
Oh, I didn't tell you, actually.
Yeah.
I'm just going to have a brief 5-minute conversation with my wife, don't worry. Crescent's Yamaha have said to me, we actually would like you to make some videos for our social media.
Oh.
So I need to work out if this is like a semi-paid gig of some sort. But they were like, we were going to use the ones you put on your bike channel, but we can't. I was like, all right. Why is that? Because you swore in them.
Yeah.
And so corporate Yamaha won't let us use those.
You and your potty mouth.
So they've asked me if I'll go back and do some of the bikes I've already done again, but a shorter video, like 15 minutes, and do it for their social media channels. That's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
He'll finish you off.
Oh, thank you, Dave. Thank you for finishing me off. And thank you, Just Jupiter, who's now called generally Just Jupiter, for the one gift of membership. On to 102. We're 8 away from 110. And I actually can't do an objective marker giveaway.
No, because we sold out.
Because we've literally sold them all. Is there anyone out there who still wants objective markers? Do I put another order in? I think Tesco sell a big pack of water for like 20p a bottle or something. I used to take them to work when learning to drive a bus.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Because being a bus driver, you probably can't.
I have a camera bag that I take places with me, which had my camera in for photos, and it had like my drone in and stuff like that, right? And I have a metal bottle. Hang on. It's behind me here. I literally have... Where did we go? Was it the Hawke Conservancy I got this, wasn't it? Yeah. Went to the Hawke Conservancy Trust, and they had 2 bottles of plastic, different types of plastic water in this one, which is...
And it keeps it cold as well.
It does keep it colder for longer. This bottle is made from 100% recycled aluminium, bottled at source. And I was like, fan of that. So I was like, I bought this one because I was like, this fits in a little backpack.
Yeah.
I've got my big water bottle that I have at home, my little one that I put in my backpack. So I fill this up and I put it in my backpack now. First, you do it now, Yamaha shill. Well, no, because to be fair though, I have in fact been trying to get hold of other manufacturers to fucking test other bikes, and they're shit at getting back to me. So Yamaha have got back to me very, very quickly every time, and so I'm now a Yamaha fan. How do you clean it out properly? I drink it. It's plain water. I still like a couple of polo shirts. I might do another Thanes run of polo shirts. You a Thane, Ian? Paydays mid-months and missed them. I mean, they're only like a couple of weeks before I can get them ordered. New Wolves and all. I mean, Jeremy, Wolves are the right choice. Over objective markers, Wolves are the right choice. But I didn't think we'd sell them that fast, but they went pretty quickly. Does your kit bag have space for a camelback water bladder? Could be a way to carry a bit more with that issue. Doesn't, unfortunately. But I love a fucking camelback. I love a camelback, honestly. But it's a There's a strap. There's a strap that I could probably put it into, thinking about it, but I like to get markers. Okay, so we've got people that want markers. Because I have to order them in minimum sets of 20. Hayabusa review soon. I don't know where I can find it. If someone can give me one to review, I'll do it. I bought a full wolf army, having never had one before. It's a lot of models. It is, but they're fucking gorgeous, Martin, and I think you'll enjoy them, mate, honestly. If someone's got a booster they want to let me borrow for a test ride, I'm insured to ride other bikes, third party. So as long as
you're not a silly Billy on a bike.
No.
No. Because you promised me, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Camelbacks give me flashbacks to basic training. I got my Great Hall jersey ordered over a week ago, hopefully before my next UT. Also, hey people, be stuck lurking at work. Hey Jaffa. Did you order the Ravenforge one? Not the Ravenforge one, the Raven.gg one. Exclamation mark Raven.
Oh, I've just felt that temperature drop.
It has. There's a breeze coming because you see the curtains moving now as well. This is the bonus of living by the coast with the heat. What do they look like? What do what look like? Steve, what do what look like? If it's objective markers I can't show you, you have to look at the game streams. Oh, the Raven one's fucking nice as well. The Raven one's nice to wear in this weather actually too. Exclamation mark Raven. Is it exclamation mark Raven? I think it's exclamation mark Raven. Someone type it for me. Because I haven't done it for 8. We've got about fucking 800 exclamation marks. That's the problem. Thank you, Mystics. They owe me money, actually.
Do they?
Yeah, I'm due a payout from them, and they haven't sorted it for me. I need to nudge my guy at Raven. I'm like, excuse me. Can you sort this out for me, please? Because I've asked you twice. And it is commission, so I am owed it. My store. They owe me. Get ready. My store. They owe me a total of $302.
Oh, that'd be really helpful right about now.
It fucking would, yeah. We have sold 83 of the jerseys.
Amazing.
That's fucking mad, isn't it? We've sold 83 of those jerseys. Objective markers. There's a game stream tomorrow. You'll be able to see them, mate. Merkin's gone, I think. I'd love a Raven shirt, but I'm a fat twat, so worry. Why do you worry? Yeah, Nordic style ones, that's the ones. The Raven, yeah, what you have to read about Raven is their actual brand is to make shirts for esports people, Dave. What's happening with your housing? Did you guys decide to move? Right, so. We 140 people need to keep this between us, right? We shouldn't be putting this out in the public domain at all, okay? However, we looked at some places and we were not loving them and they weren't as nice as where we are. The conversation with the landlord continued. He then went away to talk to a person about this renters' rights bill that's coming in. He's then gone silent.
So we don't know.
So what I suspect has happened is the renters' rights person has gone, I wouldn't put your price up if they're possibly going to leave.
The trouble is, we're good tenants, and I'm not blowing my own horn, but we're good tenants. We look after the house. We pay the rent on time every time.
Nope, early.
Oh, there you go. Pay it
every
early.
month. Pay it 5 days early in case there's any problems.
We've actually kind of even befriended the landlord, so it's not as though we actively avoid him.
No, he's all right. He's not a knob.
Yeah,
he's
and
not.
we're friendly on the streets. All the neighbours know us. So if the landlord was to check in with the neighbours, like what my tenant's like, we're actively involved in the street. We've never had a complaint. So I'm hoping that when he went to talk to his person, that his person did say, try to put your feelings aside about how angry you are about the Renters' Rights Bill and try to just look objectively at who is in your property and how are they treating it.
Well, we're paying above... The thing is, chat, we're paying above market average by a reasonable amount. Okay. So if we left, he'd have to spend some time and some money on some certain parts of the house that he would need to do to get it back up to a fresh rentable condition. Not anything that we've broken, just general wear and tear, right? Because that happens. And then he's going to need to market it to a population right now that is feeling the pinch in every single corner of life. Okay. So what happens then is he potentially has to drop the cost down so he actually gets someone in here. So he could have a few months of spending money to get it ready without any rent coming in, right? He then could have a few more months of marketing to get someone in here, and then he could end up having someone come in who's paying less anyway. That's the likely scenario. The likelihood of us leaving and someone coming in here for more or the same is basically zero. And looking at the market, that supports that too. He's probably gone. I should probably leave them alone. So to answer your question, nothing's happening. We decided we didn't want to move. I was waiting for him to formally send us the increase so I could row with him. I do like a good argument. But we've heard nothing at all. Mordiam, thank you for the 1 gifted membership. What's going on with YouTube the top fans nonsense? Oh my god, look at Dave's up there with 2,525 XP. It's because you super chatted, Dave. It gives you more XP if you super chat. It's your #1 top dog right now. Thank you, Mordy, for the 1 gifted. 103. 104 even. I didn't update it last time. We are 1 and 5 away from 110. Being on vacay, out in the woods and not being able to watch. Oh, I hope it was good though. I want my username back. Ghastly can tell you a way to change it. Gives more for super chats for not members. Currently, yes. Which is not. I've given some feedback. Unfortunately, around here, the houses get flipped straight away and no work done. They go instantly. I don't think he could. I mean, maybe he could flip this immediately. Because we looking after it. Maybe he could flip it immediately. Maybe we'll just put, if we have to leave, maybe we'll just put my foot through a wall. Then he can't flip it immediately.
Don't be that guy.
Oh no.
Don't be that guy.
What is this new bile you are talking about? It may be good to know about. What bile? What does that mean? You've got 8 minutes. I just stopped to listen. The fucking computer's working really hard actually at the moment, so I'm gonna pump the fans up. I've got buttons so I can put my fans up. What can I use my XP for? I turned it off, so you shouldn't have it anymore. Profile settings, channel settings, and then change your @ handle to what you want. There we go. This bill, the Renters' Rights Bill, is a thing that's been going through government for a while. And it's essentially supposed to be giving renters in the UK more protections from landlords who act like knobheads. And it could be argued on occasion that sometimes the landlords need some more protections from renters that act like knobheads. But at the moment, at least, it's the other way around. And so some of the big points is that they were looking at removing, I don't know if they kept this in, but they might have got rid of this part, where they were looking at removing no-fault evictions. So evictions for this because I want you out. They're looking at removing landlords pricing you out of being able to renew, so you have to leave, so then they have an empty house. So they don't have to evict you, but you have to leave, and then they can sell the house. And they're also, the big thing for us is they're looking at removing a landlord's capacity to raise rent above market average. So there'll be a bottom end and an upper end of market average rent for the local area, for the property type, etc. And they want to stop landlords from being able to go so much higher than the market average. It's basically trying to price protect tenants. What do you think about using real fabric on a model? Using tentacles from a abominant weapon on the back of a Chaos Knight and thinking of using some old flannel to string between them like it's wearing a cape. You can go for it. Do what you want. I know people that have used jewellery chains and all sorts.
That's creative, isn't it? Using a flannel.
People do some cool shit. There's more to it than that. If you Google it, there's a lot of detail. And you can go into some sort of AI source and say, can you summarise renters' rights for me? Which is pretty helpful, to be fair. There's a lot. There is a lot. And it's been stumbling through Parliament for a while now. I had an awful day at work today, but winning the Jarls giveaway has brought a smile to my face. Oh, well done, mate. DM me on Discord. And then you get to choose a combat patrol of your choice. Or you can have a spearhead, or I'll just send you a picture of my penis. You can't have all three, though. One or the other. Good to know. As me and the family are looking at going private due to issues with the neighbours and council. Have a Google of it, mate. Honestly, there's a lot of protections coming in for tenants, supposedly. And I think some of them are required, to be fair. Our landlord's not that bad. I think he just kept putting the price up, and for people that kept paying, he's like, well, cool, I'll keep putting it up. And eventually we went, yeah, we're at capacity now.
Yeah.
Like, we couldn't afford to go more expensive. We don't have the spare cash. So have a look at it. Have a Google of it.
It was because it is a business at the end of the day, and I know being a landlord, you affect people's lives, but when I said, what's the forecasted rent increase? And he told me, and I was like, okay, we might need to look somewhere else. He started to give me his portfolio of what other places he has. So it's not as though he's going, oh no, it'll be so sad to lose you. I think some landlords, when they've gotten the buy-to-let mortgages, and then COVID happened and all the interest rates, and some people locked in, and now we're on year 5 of the COVID years. A lot of mortgages are now moving about again.
Yeah.
Because you can lock in for like 5 years. So
Donkey said it's an interesting third option.
What's that?
Combat patrol, spearhead, or a picture of a penis.
For?
He won the Jarls only giveaway.
Right, okay.
Where are you based, Donk? Are you in the UK? I'm conscious you just had a shit day at work at 9 o'clock at night. So, are you in the UK? Let me know. We're not going to get to the 110 loose either. But I am going to finish on time because I want dinner and I don't want to be sat in front of this computer in this light any longer than I have to be.
Yeah.
How's your knitting going? You almost done?
Well, no. No.
Gloucester, okay. So, have you ordered from Element before? Have you used Element Games before? Hopefully you're going to go, yes, Liam, I've got your link bookmarked, !Element. That's what I think you should say, to be fair. If you've used Element before, what I'll likely do is, instead of what I've been doing more for people recently, is instead of sending you a combat patrol box and you have to give me your address and that kind of stuff, what I do is I just take your email address and I give you a voucher of equivalent value from Element Games. So you get to pick a combat patrol, and I do encourage you all to do that, but you do just get a voucher. So you could, if you're a Jarl, by the way, if you're not aware of this, if you're one of those Skull Tier members out there, or you have recently been gifted a Skull Tier membership, if you upgrade to Jarl Tier is $8.99 a month, right? And what you get access to in Jarl Tier is you get access to the Discord server, you get access to the council section in the Discord server, you also get access to the Jarls only giveaway, and every single month we run a giveaway in Discord. It's free to enter if you're a Jarl Tier member. You just click a button, completely free, and it runs until the last day of the month. Hence today, he's found out that he's won on the 30th. And then what happens is, whoever wins it, it's picked at random from all the people that enter for free. Whoever wins it gets a combat patrol box of their choice or a spearhead. So it's about £100 of Games Workshop stuff. And what I do nowadays, I just send you. I'll go on your. If you're in America, it's fine. If you're in New Zealand, it's fine. What I'll do is I'll go onto your Games Workshop in your region. I'll figure out how much a combat patrol box is if you're in, say, America, and I'll get you a voucher of equivalent dollars. New Zealand, a voucher of equivalent dollars. In the UK, you'll normally get a voucher of equivalent pounds, but if you're Element, I'll try and do that for you because you get more because Element give you discount. But I'm going to send you a voucher, right? And so that voucher basically means that you can go and buy a combat patrol box, and that's fine. Like, that's what I would encourage you to do because that's what the giveaway's for. But if you're like, I don't want a combat patrol box, I don't want a spearhead, I want other stuff. I'm like, you use the voucher for whatever you want at that point. It's fine. You've won the giveaway, you know? Or, as Lehman Russ has demonstrated, you could become a Thane member and get access to the Only Thanes WhatsApp.
Aww.
Which is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
And busy.
Yeah.
And full of cool nerds.
Definitely.
And the best way to support us. And then you just get free pictures of my penis.
It's your penis.
Right, you wonderful human beings. Donk, by the way, DM me on Discord, okay? And I'll get you sorted soon. Have you already done that? Have you already DM me on Discord? That looks like I've got an additional notification. No, that's Yeston sending me stuff. No, send me a DM on Discord and I will sort it out for you in the next couple of days. Actually, I'll probably sort it out Wednesday because I'm at home on Wednesday, sitting here doing nothing, all right? Not nothing, but still. Admin. Can confirm that I received a voucher as I'm in Canada land. Yeah, there you go, see? Right, perfect. Anyway, you people have been amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it. I think we have categorically decided, and no one said anything different, that Space Wolves are the sexiest models. Did you hear any
No, I didn't.
No, good. So Luce agrees. We didn't hear any other opinions. Space Wolves are the sexiest models, right? Beautiful. Okay, cool. That's it for tonight's hobby night. I am now carrying this around with me. I'm trying to learn how to take nice photos with the camera.
Oh, okay.
If I've got one, I might as well try and use it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's harder than I thought. Like, by a lot. So I'm carrying this around with me now. That means that because I'm carrying it around with me, that means that on Mondays in the future, when it's not 30 degrees, I'll be probably putting the top down on and thinking about doing some more hobby-based content for you wonderful human beings. Tomorrow, however, we're back to normal. It's Liam and Joe, possibly Liam, Joe, and Tom's show. I think he's off tomorrow. I think he might be in on time. And then it's me and Joe playing in the evening. Tom's on deck. Wednesday, we're back with the Warhammer show at 7:30. Thursday, Liam and Joe show again. And Paddy's back in the evening for a live game on Thursday evening. And then Friday, we come back with... No stream on Friday.
No, because it's Ben's birthday.
Because it's my youngest's birthday. My youngest is 8 on Friday. So there's no stream on Friday. Okay? Just letting you know now. Right. You lot are amazing. I know we don't have the trains and we don't have the loose hopes. We don't have the news. We don't have the fact. But what we do have before we go on a Monday is...
Best chat.
Best chat. 100% best chat. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, you wonderful humans, in this weather. Hopefully, we'll see you in the next one.